Good evening, Australia. Welcome to Psychic TV International. It is another Saturday night, the 12th of April, under the pink full moon tonight, which is probably more of an American thing, but I've seen a lot on my posts and people talking about it is a pink moon tonight, but don't go looking. It's actually not pink, it's white. But look here, because that's where you need to be tonight. We have two amazing and gifted psychics on tonight. Rosemary and Nikki are going to be joining us for your questions tonight. Good to see people already jumping on. Christine, Veronica, good to see you. Jen, Tammy, good to see you all in the thread. So, if you would like a mini reading tonight, it is for free. All you have to do is simply like and share this page and then type your question in the comments below and just mention that you have liked and shared. So, for example, like and shared, will I move house soon? So, definitely get those questions in. And it's also a Libra full moon as well. The full moon's technically tomorrow, but we're almost there. So it's all about balance at the moment. So you might find that getting yourself balanced and centered is sort of the theme that's going on at the moment. So we are under the Libra pink full moon, which is exciting. Good to see everyone jumping in. Hi, Tina from the USA. Kathy, good to see you. So we're going to get straight into tonight's show. I'm going to bring Rosemary on for a quick chat. Hello.
Hello, Michael. How are you?
Good. I haven't met you yet. This is the first time I'm meeting you.
It is. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to see you as well. Whereabouts are you located?
I'm in Avoca Beach in New South Wales.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So for those that may not be familiar with you, how do you work as a psychic and what kind of questions would you like tonight?
Um, Pretty much anything, I think. I think a lot of the questions that I get are relationships, health, career, medium as well. So all of those kinds of ones are welcome. Um, yeah, so yeah, but anything. I do a lot of remote viewing as well, which is always interesting. So if you've lost
Oh,
something,
what's that?
so remote viewing is where you go into a space and you can see what the space looks like and maybe find things and
Okay,
yeah.
that's a cool gift. I like that. You must get
Mm.
that a lot, like
Not
questions
really,
of people. Oh, really?
not a lot of remote viewing, but I've done it quite a few times and it's always very interesting.
Oh, perfect. All right, beautiful. All right, we'll bring Nikki on. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you going?
Good, good in rainy Queensland. Good.
Oh, yeah, I got out of, I'm in Melbourne now, but I was in Queensland. So, but it's, Melbourne, it rains anyway. So I didn't really avoid it. Um, for those that may not be familiar, same question to you, how do you work as a psychic and what kind of questions would you like tonight?
Across the board, I am anything futuristic and I am a medium as well. So timelines, things like that. And yeah, so really no, except for some questions which obviously I can't answer, like things that are yucky, but pretty
Yeah.
much across the board.
Yeah, no, we tend to avoid the yucky questions, but that's okay. Okay, good. So for those that are watching, thank you for watching tonight. Again, don't forget to say that you've liked and shared this page and add your question. Rosie, I'm going to start with you with your first question for tonight, and it's going to be from Sarah. Hi, beautiful souls. Like and shared. Would like to know if there will be any changes for me and my husband in employment and movement soon. Love from South Africa.
Oh, hi, Sarah. Yeah, I definitely see moving boxes for you. So I feel like there's a move coming up very soon. I feel like your husband travels quite a lot for work already. So I don't think this will be anything new for you guys. And it feels like it's something that you're used to. So it feels like I can see him changing quite a bit. Now, if that hasn't happened for you previously, I do see it for you moving forward because I can see you guys moving frequently, quite a few times. And I'm feeling something probably about the next 3 months. It feels like something significant's changing regarding employment and moving. So I feel like, yeah, I'm getting about a 3 month timeline for you for that one.
Perfect. Great advice there. Nikki, Veronica has asked for you. Reading for Nikki, please. What do I need to know about my near future?
All right, so for you, especially over the next 6 months, I want you to start really noticing the opposite of everything. So what that means is you've got a little bit of polarity in your life, meaning that we're going to have the good and we're going to have the not so good. There are a few lessons for you over the next 6 months, but they're not tough. They're not big as such. They're just things that you can take on board because everything has an opposite for everything. I want you to really try and continue with your positivity and information and trying to, bring in abundance, but really start to manifest in your life because, in actual fact, it's going to really start working for you. And also, I will add that I'm seeing there's either an engagement, there's a birth or a wedding, there's something happening along those lines as well this year, which will be very, very good. But yeah, I feel that really just enjoy your life. You've got a lot of nice, romantic, loving energy in your path as well, if not already. But you've got a good year, strong year. Just take the lessons and just say thank you and just keep moving.
I love that. I love that. Good reminder too. I think a lot of us do forget that we've got that love that is around us, and we don't sometimes pull on it or see it. Sometimes, even if it's in our face, you know,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
we need that reminder sometimes. I think to go, you know what, you are loved, and there are people around you, and we just need to see it.
absolutely. Even if people are by themselves, the spirit is everywhere. You'd be shocked. People would be shocked by just how unalone they actually are.
Yeah, yeah. I always say I'm never alone. I've always got my angels, around me. Someone to talk to. Um, I love that. I love that. Okay, Rosemary, I am going to give you. Rebecca has asked. I would love some guidance for the next few months. Anything to look forward to or be mindful of?
Okay, sure. So for some reason, I don't know what this is, but I keep hearing classic cars, classic cars. So I don't know if you've got a spirit around you that was into classic cars or anything like that. I'll just put that out there and leave it where it is. Hard with the messages, but it does feel like someone around you that has something to do with classic cars. So guidance for the next few months. So it feels like there's a bit of a rocky relationship situation. I feel like you've been kind of arguing or like going through something to do with relationships, and it feels like it's been quite difficult for you. So really just make sure that you're looking after you and not putting all of your focus on relationships and on another person, because you do need to make sure that you look after yourself first, otherwise everything just goes to crap. So just really make sure that you're looking after you, and I feel like that's the main message for you for the next few months. Just focus on filling your own cup and not worrying too much about relationships at the moment.
Yeah, and again, so true, isn't it? Like I am such a bad creature of habit where I forget to fill your own cup a lot of the time. I think a lot of us do. Like we tend to either please or try and help others, and then we kind of lose or forget about ourselves, in the process.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it's always good to just to get back to focusing on you. For some people that's hard to do, but we've just got to do it.
Yeah, it is. And I feel like this moon as well has really brought out that
Oh,
energy. I'm seeing that.
yeah, this moon is doing some wonders. Definitely, it's but it's a Libra moon, so I think those that are feeling a bit out of balance is going to really feel the effects of this moon.
Yeah,
For that reason.
yeah. And I'm a Libra, and I know that Libras are very over analytical and they like to analyze relationships quite deep. So it's probably bringing it out in everybody.
Ah, interesting, interesting. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Libras, funny enough. So yeah, I just know it's the balance thing, but I don't know about the overanalyzing. That's interesting. It's good to know. You poor things.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, thank you for that. I'm Nikki. I'm going to give you one of our regulars, Jocelyn. What do you see for the next 3 months, please? Work has been a bit toxic lately. However, I do protect myself.
All right. So yes, it's good that you protect yourself, and yes, it is toxic. It seems to be probably most in there are toxic in actual fact, and that toxicity. At least you're aware of it, and you're kind of naming it. You know what it is, so you can take steps to not get yourself immersed in it. But easier said than done, because we are human beings having a human experience. They are going to feel stuff. But I actually feel kind of like May, um, things start to shift or change. I feel that there will be some job opportunity for you anyway over the next 3 to 4 months. I feel something will turn up, and it will be obviously an opportunity to move from that space into another space. it's a very harmonious space where you go. So all I say to you is just keep on doing what you're doing. If you feel okay with where you are and you feel like you can do it, then so be it. There's no force here in you having to do something else. But I'll say just sort of be open to what it is that you're being presented. Because I do see, there have been a lot of daggers. It's an interesting thing that I see in my brain. And, people really don't know what the hell they're doing at this workplace. They're all lost. And, they've got a lot of time on their hands, basically. And so there's an opportunity, and this will be also more money for you, but more harmonious times in your life. So think seriously when it comes through, because I think you should take it. Take care.
Perfect. I love that. Yeah, toxic workplaces. You can't get away from them sometimes. Cherie, good to see you in the thread. Hello to you. I know you're one of our regulars. So Harry is actually back next week. I think there might have been some confusion with dates on when he was going to come back, because I, at one stage, was hosting next week and not this week, and then it kind of flipped. So, yeah, there probably was a bit of confusion there. So he's definitely back next week, which I believe is Easter Saturday. Or I could be wrong. Maybe not. I feel like Easter is next week.
Yeah, that's
Is Easter next week? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. I'm just, yeah. I thought I was still in March. I blinked and we're in April. So yeah, good to know. Easter's next week. And happy anniversary for your wedding tomorrow. So congratulations on that. Let us know what you have planned. If you've got anything special planned. And hello to everyone that is commenting and saying hello. We have yeah, lots of questions coming through, which is fantastic. So if you do want a question tonight, remember to like and share this page and ask your question in the same thing. I've just forgotten the word here. My brain's doing well tonight. So yeah, like and share, and then your question in the comments. And we are working down the list, so we will get to you if we can tonight. Otherwise, take validation from anything that you hear tonight if you resonate with anything. So Rosemary, I'm going to give you... where is it? I just saw it. Lisa. Well, I'd absolutely love to know if you can see if my next love will be older or younger, and when and where, please, or anything you can kind of get around that.
Okay, sure. So, hi, Lisa. It's interesting when I look into your love timeline, because I feel like you've actually had significantly younger and then significantly older. So it feels like you've got quite a large pool that you can pick from, which is great. For the next one, I actually am feeling older. It feels like the younger ones just kind of weren't settled enough for you, and they weren't really... I don't know, they just weren't really giving you the stability that you needed. And I feel like moving forward, someone older, someone very grounded, stable, mature is a really good thing for you. It feels that when it comes in a little bit unsettling, because I feel like you're not really used to that level of, oh, okay, you're not toxic, you're nice, and you kind of don't really know what to do with it. But just really accept it, just to, accept the blessing that it is, and just take it as it comes and don't freak out too much. So older is my answer that I'm getting for you.
I like that. Nothing wrong with a bit of older or a bit of younger, depending on your taste, no judgment. I'm the same, it's kind of, look, if they've got a pulse and they at least have some form of personality, I'll take it at this stage, Yes. I had some feedback that I just saw, but the questions coming through so good that it's just jumped in. Sheree has said, love, no, that's something else. Anyway, yes, Nikki, I did have some validation here from you, from Jocelyn. She has said, we'll definitely keep my eyes open for new opportunities. So definitely that's important there. And Veronica has also said, looking forward to what's coming for me. Sounds very, yeah, Nikki is the best. sounds very exciting. But it's good. Yeah, it's good sometimes to get that sort of reminder and validation as well. So I'm going to now give you your next, from Joanne. She just wants to know, what do you see coming for the next few months?
All right. So with you, I do feel So there's a lot of like fire. So I get a lot of symbolism, obviously, and there's a lot of fire around you. So obviously, we're not talking about a house fire. We're not talking about anything like that. We're talking about a lot of energy. I feel that you have to push in a little bit as well, or push out. It's like you're cleaning house. It's sort of a bit of slaying some things in your life and clearing the path forward for yourself, because I do feel in many ways you've been held back over the last probably 6 years. It's been a sort of little funky cycle of just being pushed down, and so now you're sort of pushing back, and I like that. So you're getting your mojo back, basically. And I feel like all the hormones are good, and you just, enough is enough, and just flying, basically, and just pushing people out of the way that shouldn't be in your way, that really shouldn't have an opinion even. And just setting boundaries. I feel it's a very creative time for you as well, and just sort of, I feel like this makeover takes place, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be a physical makeover. It can be like an internal makeover, and how you connect with your God, spirit, what it is that you're wanting to do. I feel like you're clearing the path. It's very exciting because it will create, grounding opportunities, but also lots of dreams, and get lots of different signs um, about, where you are. And you do have kind of a grandma, well, not a kind of a grandma, it is a grandma, that with a cardigan, and she's kind of doing the powerful times. Sorry if I went too long.
No, perfect. I was just sitting there just listening away. I'm like, yeah, you can keep going. Perfect. I hope that helps. I'm sure it definitely will. Okay, actually, I have been told. So, for those that are actually wanting a guaranteed reading online, so on psychictvinternational.com, you can go to our website. We do have some psychics available to take your call right now if you would want a guaranteed detailed reading. We've got Ben available on pin 9166, Judith Sky available on 9125, and Natalie Norm Baker on pin 9810, who are available to take your call right now. Of course, the fun is here. If you would like a mini reading, remember to like and share this page and comment that you have with your question for our lovely ladies tonight. Just like this particular, where is it? You just hate that. It always keeps happening. You find the question and then it just disappears. There we go. Gayleen has asked for you, Rosemary. Would love a reading on work and finances.
Okay, hi Gayleen. Okay, let's have a little look. Work and finances. So it feels like work is super busy for you at the moment. I feel like there's something to do with the health industry as well for you. And it feels like there's, different shifts and all of that kind of thing. It doesn't really feel like, no, it feels like long hours, like just very long hours for you. It feels like you're getting along with everybody at work and everything feels really good. There's something to do with the change in management that's been coming in and kind of making things feel a little bit unsettled and a bit unstable. But just know that all of those things will settle in, and it doesn't feel like it's anything to worry about. So it feels like that's something that you're a little concerned about at the moment. And finances as well was something that you wanted to go into. Finances feel really good. It feels like you've got some goals in your saving at the moment. It feels like you're hitting those goals, and it feels like that it's only getting better moving forward. So finances feel really good for you.
Perfect. I like that. Nice and simple. And yeah, that's good. I think too, like I've noticed this for a lot of people too, like there seems to be a bit of a shift happening over the next sort of few weeks. So I think a lot of people are going to find that it's like things are kind of a bit still at the moment, I'm finding, and then things are going to start to move, especially in May. I don't know why I keep getting that, but I feel like a lot of people as a collective, May is going to be a really good
Yeah,
month for a lot of people.
I've been saying that
Do
to a
you
lot of people as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, I don't know why I've got this feeling about May, so it's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Anything's possible. I mean, with what's happening across the world, got anything? I wake up and just go, "What has this person done today?" It's like, what's going on? It's yeah, anything's doable, possible. Okay, Nikki, Kathy has asked for you. Reading with Nikki tonight. Just wondering what you see for me in the next few months.
All right. So your reading is very, very strong, I feel. And there is, so there's movement. And movement is, one of two things. We're either planning a trip or we're starting to think about maybe selling or moving on or something along those lines. And it's a good feeling that I have. It's not yucky. You just kind of come out of the cycle yourself. So that's been about 7, maybe 8 year cycle. And you could probably even pinpoint it when it started. If you think back in your mind, it's not that long ago. You would know when things started to go really weird and quite challenging. And so it's been very up and down. But testament to your character, you're very strong. I feel that there's quite a bit of love around you. So this is a partner energy. So whether they're in or not at the moment, I don't know, but I do know over the next 3 months, there's big emphasis on relationship and sharing and being that really nice connection. And it's just you starting to soften and actually feel like there's a future, actually feel like you can have a good life, actually start to feel like you're a good person, that you're worthy of good things. And that's like music to my ears. That's beautiful seeing a human being finally feel that about themselves. It's magic and kind of part of why I do what I do because I love that. So good luck.
And I love that too. I love that. That was actually beautiful words. The self-worth and all that. That's yeah, that's really beautiful. Thank you for that. Rosemary, I'm going to give you. Ray has asked, would like to know what I need to focus on over the next 6 months as I make some big changes.
Oh, beautiful. Hi, Ray. So I feel like a new business is coming up for you over the next 6 months. So it feels like you've started your own business and it's kind of getting a little bit bigger, and you're looking at expanding and you're looking at really making it your main business. So it feels like that's the main focus over the next 6 months. Just really making sure that it's your primary source of income. It does feel like it hits all of the marks that you're wanting. So it feels like you're a little bit. Am I going to make it? Am I going to be able to do it? So whatever it is that you're doing with this business, it feels very creative and it feels very maybe holistic as well. So it feels like that's not always something that can go really well, but I do feel like it's something that will. So just make sure that you're just having faith in yourself and don't be too scared about it. Over the next 6 months, everything feels really good relationship wise. It feels like there's a beautiful relationship there for you and everything feels really peaceful, beautiful. Yeah, so everything else feels like it's really in the peace zone. It's just you're really focusing hard on work. But just make sure you look after yourself at the same time and don't get too stressed out.
Yeah, good advice right there. Easy to do. Very easy to do. Um, Beautiful. Okay. Nikki, I am going to thank you for all your questions that are coming through. There's a lot of them. So thank you for that. Everyone's I think it's the full moon. I think we all go a bit not loopy, but well maybe loopy. But the energy is heightened. Let's call it that way. Energy gets a bit heightened over the full moon, and there's a lot of everything just gets enhanced, I find. Um, so I'm definitely sensing that in the room today. Okay, I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you Carrie Ann. Hi Nikki, do you see me staying where I live now, or at some point do you see a move for me?
At this point in time, I feel that you're staying, but I do not feel that it's a permanent thing, no. But if we look at the next 3 to 6 months, or let's say 6 months, we'll keep 6 months as a cutoff. It feels like it's still there. I feel like 2026 is probably the time when you will want to kind of stretch a little bit. Before your question, in my mind's eye, I saw a falling star. And I know that it has some relevance for you, either from a loved one or something about your journey changing, or just doing a bit of a 360 and just reinventing yourself. I feel like with you, it's been very, very hard, but you've never really changed your kindness or empathy or anything like that. So people like you are gems, rare, rare people, and I love it. I love that you have still kind of decided to keep the faith and keep believing in life, even though it would be quite difficult with the way that life is at present. It's very, very special. You're always going to be looked after. But yeah, so 2026, after Christmas, going into the new kind of February, March, I feel like there will be something for you, but it will really suit you. And there is, like there's an ocean. It's very open and very healing and very maybe tropical, subtropical, something like that. But yeah, it's all good. Thank you.
Sounds good. I love it. I love that description. Okay, Rosemary, Reagan has said, Reagan, do you see Adrian changing for me eventually in a good way? And why do I keep seeing numbers 111, 555, or 333?
Okay, I love that you asked me this question because I was actually really ranting to my daughter today about that. So it's interesting. So a lot of people see the numbers, but they don't actually realize why they see them. Obviously, messages from spirit and it's them trying to connect with you, but the reason for that is because it's the concept of time. So if you see it on a clock or you see it on a microwave, or you'll see it as a reference to time, and it's just a reminder that time isn't really an illusion. It's like an illusion, isn't it? It's not really real. Like we go on and we're somewhere else. We're in the spirit world, so time only exists here. So that's why they use the numbers to kind of get your attention, because they're somewhere that's timeless. So yes, it is messages from spirit. They're just trying to let you know that they're around and they're protecting you. It does feel like it's a difficult time for you at the moment. It feels like things for me, I feel so like anxious at the moment. So I feel like you've got such anxiety right now. I there's a very toxic, was there a question about a name? Sorry, I missed it. Was
Adrian, yeah. Adrian, is he going to change?
Okay, so I'm assuming that's a partner. And it does feel like it's giving you so much anxiety. Look, if something's really affecting you that badly, it does feel like you can just go and stay with your parents, and it does feel like there are options for you. You can stay with friends. It's not like you're stuck. And if things are really that bad that you're getting, such anxiety over it, go and take a break. And then if he changes, then you can go back, but you shouldn't stay somewhere that's making you feel anxious and possibly physically sick. That's never a good idea. So if you're hoping that someone's going to change and stop making you feel that way, it's never really a guaranteed thing, because they have to decide that that's something that they want to do on their own. And I do feel like it's going to take something like a big shock of maybe thinking that he might lose you before he actually thinks, okay, I've actually got to get it together. There's something also coming in, maybe gambling or maybe addictions, like something I'm seeing like a screen. So he could just be, maybe he's just on his phone too much, but it does feel like an addiction. And that's not good for anyone either. That's something that he's just disconnecting. He's just disconnecting a lot from the relationship and from everything else. So he really needs to sort it out, but he needs a bit of a scare. That's terrible advice. But
No, sometimes it's true. Sometimes we do. We need that.
Oh gosh, I'm not saying run away and leave, but it worries me how anxious you're feeling. So yes, just have a little bit of a think about it.
Yeah, just trust those feelings. I like the example that you gave about time. I never thought of it like that. How it doesn't
Yeah,
exist in their plane, but it does with ours, and that's how they communicate. I like that actually.
I only thought of it today. I was like, yes, it's good.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, well, good thought. Rosemary, you got some validation from Ray. She has said, happy to hear about my business. This has been a long-term goal of mine to work for myself. So I'm so happy it's looking promising. Appreciate your insights.
Thank you. Yeah, it looks really good.
And Kathy, for you, Nikki has said, thank you. Spot on with the 8 years. I've been through heaps, and it's funny. I'm just starting to feel that my life is back on track. Thank you again for my reading. It's made me feel like there's light at the end of what I've been through.
Thank you.
And now I'm going to give you your next question from from, just having a brain freeze here. I'll give you Sheree, one of our regulars. Thanks for sharing your time. What do you see coming up for her husband and myself? They're about to celebrate their 23rd wedding anniversary tomorrow.
Oh, that's huge. There's a lot of emphasis on, congratulations, by the way, but there's a lot of emphasis on the home and the creating of the home, more so than one would usually think. It's not like a renovation or something like that. I think it's about what's in the home, what dwells in the home. So obviously, your relationship. The relationship is a good relationship. It's solid. Nothing's perfect. Nothing perfect, but perfect for the two of you. In the reason as to why you're here, born into this world and connected with each other 23 years ago. It's a long time in today's age to be with someone for that long, but you guys have kind of stood the test of time, but also challenges. There's been big challenges, and I don't even know that they would have been outside of the relationship. There may be other things uh, around you, other things, like not the law, but just other things. And so I just feel like we're on the up and up, and I just see so many flowers and so much good stuff. It's like springtime, and it's a time of joy within that home, and you just blast it out into the universe. Lots of good things will happen. So sorry, but haven't got enough time to keep going. Thank you.
Of course, but people can always connect with you on the phone lines if they want a more detailed reading. Sounds like there's more there to go, so they can always connect with you, I'm sure. So thank you for that. I'm going to give you, Rosie, I'm going to give you, Carrie has asked, would love to know if I will be changing roles at work soon.
Carrie. Hi, Carrie. Okay, let's have a little look. I don't know why I keep seeing something to do with your diet. I don't know why. Maybe you've changed your diet, but it feels like something to do with diet's like impacting your energy right now. You're on a diet, or there's shifts for you to do a lighter diet. Because it's making you feel quite heavy. Look into things that you're allergic to as well. Sorry, this has nothing to do with work. But looking at you might be a bit sensitive to, feels like it's going to be really good for you as well. Your diet's really important. But changing roles at work soon, it does feel like a role has opened up, and you're looking at it and thinking, oh, that looks really good. It feels like they've got a few people, like a few applicants, like it feels like it's something that a few people are wanting. So whenever this role, if it hasn't already, when it does open up, it does feel like there's quite a lot of people interested in it. Really making sure that you're going like above and beyond. So, rather than just putting in the application, maybe go and like talk to some people and say, how much you want it, and if, all of that kind of thing, because it feels like there's a lot of competition. And it feels like it's very on the fence is what they're saying to me. So if it's something that you really do want, making that little extra bit of effort might change the timeline so that you do actually 100% get it. Because at the moment, it feels like it might go to somebody else.
Fair enough. That's good advice. Yes, thank you for that. Okay, beautiful. Thank you for your questions. If you can, I know it's tempting and quite easy to repeat your questions, so you do as much as you want to get read. Try and avoid that if you can. We do work down a list, so production does actually star your questions as they come through and goes into another folder, and then we just work down that list. So by repeating your question, it doesn't speed up the process of you getting read first. If anything, it just puts you down further the list. So if you have posted your question, we will get to it if we have time tonight. But yeah, try not to repeat if you can, because it just does clog up the feed, and then we risk the opportunity of someone else's question getting missed in the process. So, but thank you for your questions. They are coming through, which is fantastic. Just like Christine has for Nikki, would like to know what the next 3 to 6 months looks like. Feeling a bit lost.
Yeah, I can see that, and I feel that what you can do and begin to do right now is just to try to fill your cup a little bit. It doesn't have to be anything major. It can be as simply as putting, a mask on or having a bath or just breathing. Just be grateful that you're a healthy person and that every day is a new beginning and you have lots of opportunities. The thing is that before you know it, and I think, Michael, you were saying about April being stagnant, and I agree with you. It's been a funny old month, and things will start to move May onwards. And I feel here with you that that's what's going to happen with you. You will feel like things will start moving like very fast. You'll have a decision to make, an opportunity around your financial life. You will have an opportunity to even be part of something, going somewhere. This could be talk even of the people with a few people, or joining even a club. There's lots happening, and before you know it, you're going to be exhausted from doing all these things. And, remember this time when things were relatively quiet. Yes, you were lost, but you're a pretty peace-loving person, so I do feel that you always incorporate that in your life, regardless of how you feel. But you've got lots of nice things. You're another person that has a connection. There's love, a big heart, and there's love in your life that's coming in. You start to fill that cup up. You start to feel better. You balance your body. There's a bit of an imbalance with some sort of allergy or something like that that really weighs you down. You start to get on top of that. And I just feel that life takes off and you're busy and you're running and you feel good and you're free, you feel free. And so just hang in there.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's so true. I don't know what it is about this month. Not so much in a bad way. It's just kind of everything's just sort of stopped and paused. And then it's just like, yeah, nothing's sort of really happening.
April is the month of, it's the war month. It's my birthday's in April and it's always heavy. It's always heavy because it is a warring month. And so what
Mm.
needs to come out it'll be exposed. Things that are yucky will always be lifted up. You're not going to see a great deal of the other stuff. You're going to see that stuff. And so hence, this is what's happening. And it is it's difficult, but it will change.
Yeah, interesting. I didn't even put that connection actually. That's so true, being a war month. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. But yeah, it's something next. I just know from May onwards, I just feel like things are really going to start to shift and really, as you said, get busy, get moving. Like as a collective, I just think things are really going to start moving next month.
They have to.
Yeah, that too, definitely. All right, Rosie, I'm going to give you. Nita has asked. Would love to know what's coming up in the next over the next month for her.
Oh, hi, Nita. Okay, let's have a little look. Okay, I feel like there's a big caring energy for you at the moment. So you're caring a lot for other people. And it feels like it's physically hard as well. It feels like it's hurting my body and it's physically difficult. I want to say magnesium for some reason. So maybe you could start using some magnesium and really just make sure that you're looking after you at the moment because you're really looking after everybody else, which is great and it's lovely. And you're such a beautiful person to be doing that. But yeah, it's and it's nice that they're looking after you in return. Sometimes I see people that give and give and give, and when I look over there, it's not coming back. But you do have people that love and care for you that will help you and look after you should you ask for it. But I don't think you ever would. But yeah, it feels like there's a really beautiful support network around you, which is really nice. I'm seeing a park as well for some reason, so I don't know if you go to park frequently for walks. I know it's not super specific, but it does feel like something that you do frequently, which is really nice. So yeah, just make sure that you're making some more time for you, I think, at this point. But yeah, it feels like it's a really nice energy for you coming up.
Oh, perfect. I love that. And Carrie has given you some feedback saying, where is it? Did it come up? There it is. Spot on about the diet. I have moved to a keto diet 5 days of the week, and it's helping my energy levels and tummy so much. Thank you for the work guidance. I will keep my eyes out and do my research. Well, if I put my hat in the ring, I'm also a big believer if it's meant to be, it will, and it doesn't. And if it doesn't, another door is meant for me. Either way, thank you so much.
Beautiful.
It's good that you picked up on the diet. That's interesting. Yeah, it's just as important. We can't control what spirit shows us.
Yeah, especially
All
something like
right.
it is something that we do every day. We eat every day, so it's
Yeah.
pretty.
Why not? Yeah, exactly. All right, Nikki, a bit of a theme tonight. I'm going to give you. Joanne has asked, any changes coming up for me around work?
There are a lot of work questions.
Yeah.
Look, I feel like it's one of these situations where, I mean, yes, some change, but I don't feel, mega change. It, it's a space where I kind of compare it to, so you go to work and you're in a place where basically you can do what you want. So the environment isn't the best. There's a few toxic people, it's not the greatest. It's sort of, you kind of drag your feet in there and do what you have to do. But the beauty of it at this point in time is that you can do what you want. It's like people know you go at your own pace, it's not backbreaking. And spirit is really saying to you at this point in time, just be doing what you're doing. And there's reason for this because there will eventually come a point where something else will be offered. Whether that's within the organisation or whether that's another job, I don't know. But we just need to remain stable and not have anything erratic or any words of dismay or talk to anyone about how you feel. Just really keep your cards close to your chest. It's very, very important because I do feel that this period, will come out. Then you've got this opportunity, as I said, whether it's you you rise within your work environment, or there is another job where you are in a higher position, let's say, and it's all done harmoniously. We don't want any aggro, we don't want any negative stuff. We just want to sort of be even invisible a little bit and just do what you have to do. You're in a very unique position, as I said, because you are free to do basically what you want. You know the way everything works and runs, and yeah, just sit pretty for now. And come August, September, I feel that there will be some sort of surprise or opportunity. All right, take care.
Perfect. I love that. Rosemary, Alison has asked for you. She would like to know, when will I I suppose that's supposed to be offered when will I be offered a legal lease, small dwelling? Wish to stay in the Blue Mountains. How is Gary C going? How is Gary C going? Is he okay?
Okay, so let's have a little look at the living situation first. Okay, I think I have read for you before. The same messages are coming. I remember now. So yeah, it's still coming up as being, this toxic environment that you were in living situation. It feels like there's someone leaving. So it feels like the place that you're at the moment, it feels like someone will be leaving. So if that's the case, it feels like there might be an opportunity for you to stay, but it does feel like finances are a bit of an issue. But I feel like toxic people are being removed from your life, which is a really positive thing to see, because it feels like there's been a significant amount of time where it has been pretty, I'd say, abusive. But I feel like everything for you in that energy is just being removed, and that's no longer the type of energy that you'll attract or have in your frequency moving forward, which is really, really good. So when will you get a legal lease? It feels like there's something to do with 3 months. So I'm not sure if you're going to be there for another 3 months, or if you know what that 3 months is. But it does feel like after the 3 months, you'll be locked into something, whether it's the same place that you're at the moment or a new one. I can see a lease signing in about 3 months. How is Gary C going? Is he okay? I assume that Gary C is a spirit. So let's have a little look and see. They're always okay. They're always, whenever they go to the other side, they always, have a life review, and they look at everything and see things from a different perspective, and they're always very happy and at peace on the other side. So he's definitely okay.
Oh, perfect. Thank you for that. And I just saw Reagan has given you some feedback. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm so anxious and it's affecting me physically for sure. He is my partner and he has a gambling and crypto addiction. So you did mention that. And it's all he talks about if it's not about what I do wrong. I appreciate this so much. I worry about leaving because, to be honest, I'm scared he doesn't care. But it's coming to a point where I feel like there are no other options.
Yeah. Oh, sorry to hear.
Yeah, definitely trust those instincts, I think. And feedback for you, Nikki, from Cherie. You're so right, and yes, we had outside thing coming into our relationship, and it was to do with the law, and we were separated short term, but we have actually been together for 27 years. Thanks so much. It's nice to know we're back on track.
That's good. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. Some really sort of, interesting questions that sometimes we can't always read publicly, depending on the type of nature of the question as well. Let's see. I'm going to give you, Simone has just asked if there's any messages for her coming through.
Yes. So you've got probably 4 loved ones that are paternal or maternal, so close to you, and 2, they remind me of sisters, so it's kind of like a mother figure and her sister. Both are very, very fussy, very taskmaster, so very much take control of the house, take control of the kitchen. They remind me of those women, in the old-fashioned days that used to wear the apron and just control everyone. But everyone loved it. I grew up in an era like that, and my mother being European, the women were, the matriarchs of the house, and everyone just fell into line. And this is what it feels like. There's a lot of support. One lady, I feel like there's some sort of necklace, a piece of jewelry, that you have, and I feel like your sense of loss or feeling lost, you're getting like a green light, and that is about it's okay moving forward. There's good news. There's some good news coming, but also that you're clear, like you are clear. You worry a lot, and the decision that you want to make, and this could quite possibly be a move, wanting to kind of change your life completely, is something that's also been given a green light. I see that one of these people that have crossed over must have loved the ocean liners or going on cruises and things like that, because I see one of those. But your hand is very much held, and you are not only loved, you're adored. And there's a lot of music like Elvis, I think Elvis playing in the background, I'm pretty sure it is. And just to remember that love, it's like a poncho. Remember those ponchos? It's like putting that on and just feeling, completely enveloped in that love. Don't forget the love. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Tanya, this is a bit of for you, Rosemary. This is a bit of a just a lighthearted, fun question for you. Do you see me adopting a dog in the near future? If so, any breed or size that you might get?
I do. Yeah. So It's funny because sometimes just before I jump on, like I write just a couple of little things in the book, and they come in first. So one of the ones was someone adopting a dog, which was interesting. Black is the color of the dog that I was seeing. And it feels like it's not huge, but it's like I'd say a medium-sized dog, maybe a little bit smaller than my dog, which is a Kelpie. And he feels like he's just a bit of a mix as well. But he feels like he might have like a mustache, like a bit of a mustache dog. But yeah, was that the whole question? Is she going to adopt a dog?
Yeah, just
Yes.
what breed and size? Basically, yes, a black dog.
Yes, you will. Yeah.
Beautiful. Nice and simple. Anita gave you some feedback by saying you're spot on, as I do help and support a lot of family and friends and a lot out a lot. And yes, I do have a special ones around me that support me when I need it and do have some extra magnesium. Looking forward to the next month. Thank you for that.
Beautiful. Thank you.
And Christine, for you, Nikki, has said April is hard. My son's birthday is soon, and I miss him so much. Allergies, yes, a weird one. Allergy to onion and pain relief.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I'm allergic to onion too, but I can't imagine being allergic to pain relief. I couldn't. So thank you for that. Okay, I'll give you your last question for the night, and that's going to come from yeah, I'm going to give you a mediumship one from Stephanie. Do you see any messages from my dad or brother in spirit?
I do. I feel like your brother is like a real little light, and don't be surprised if over the next few days, couple of weeks, that you do see a falling star. That will be a very big sign for you, and that will be especially for you. Yeah, they're lovely. I feel that with your father, you had a lot to come to terms with in his life, and is a lot lighter. I feel like so much weight lifted from his struggle, and it just feels like he had a difficult upbringing. Kind of like he shows me tennis pin bowling, and the not being able to get all those pins down. It kind of he had a lot of philosophy and a lot of good sayings that I feel were positive sayings, even though I do feel he struggled possibly with diabetes or there's something weird going on with the blood. But they are together. I feel that your brother has gone back in time and space and experienced the old English, night, that era. So he's getting to do a lot of stuff. So when they're on the other side, they can do that. They can manifest themselves to wherever they feel most comfortable and at best, and they can create any reality they want. The only thing that they can't do, they won't do, is eat or drink. They don't need it. But both are together but not together. They kind of crisscross each other, but they're fine. Okay, you look after yourself. Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah, definitely important there. Okay, Rosemary, I'll give you your last question for tonight. From Rosalie, she is seeing the numbers 222 and 111 everywhere. Do you see me meeting a soulmate soon?
Oh, beautiful. Hi, Rosalie. It feels like it's been a long time coming for you. There's something about maybe the 1 year mark that I'm seeing you might be single for a year. Soulmate energy coming up for you. Yeah, I do feel like someone special is next, okay? And I think you feel it too, and that's why you're asking the question. So the person that's coming in next for you does feel like you've got a special connection, but just really make sure that you're not putting too much pressure on the situation. Don't go into it thinking, oh my gosh, you're my soulmate, because you're gonna crash it with all that pressure. So, even if you do feel that special connection, just take it one step at a time, and definitely don't get too serious or anything like that. Just let it fold out and unwind as it should. But yes, I do think that someone special is coming next. But then I hate saying that because then the next person comes and they're like, it's it. But yeah.
I think it's hard too, especially with any sort of love reading is that expectation. You know, it's like things can change with free will all the time. I think people forget that.
They definitely can, yeah. Or the change in, the way that you approach it. So, if you approach it with, I know that you're it could change it, So just go into it
Yeah.
with an open mind and an open heart with any new relationship. But I feel like someone special is coming up for you. I'd say within the next 5 months.
Perfect. Love that. Thank you so much. So, Rosemary, do you have anything coming up that you want to plug or promote?
Oh no, not really. So I jump on the phone line. So my pin is 9135. There you go. I can plug that. Or if you want to book an in-person reading, I do them at Avoca Beach.
Oh, perfect. Beautiful. And you'll be jumping on the phone lines after this?
Not tonight, no, but I'll be on tomorrow.
All right, perfect. So people can get a reading with you then. Nikki, anything that you want to promote?
Oh no, only that I'll be on. I can't be on tonight either. I'll be on Wednesday night, and people know where to find me and how to find me, for a reading. But thank you. Tonight's been really good. It's been nice meeting you over there, little girl, woman.
Thank you.
Rosemary. Yeah.
You've been amazing.
You too.
You've both been amazing. Thank you so much for your company tonight. And yeah, thank you for your readings. Great advice from both of you, definitely.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Enjoy.
Just say goodbye. And thank you to those that have watched tonight. We've got to wrap up a few minutes earlier tonight. We're just having some tech issues on the background. So it was just time to wrap up before we kind of lose connection anyway. So thank you for those that have watched tonight. Harry is back next week on a regular basis. So grab your Easter eggs and celebrate next week for Easter Saturday. Harry will be back doing the shows as regular next week. So definitely something to look forward to. If you didn't get a reading tonight, you can jump onto the phone lines at psychictv.com and have a reading with our psychics who are available online to take your call for a detailed reading. Of course, if you've resonated with anything from tonight, definitely take that on board. Otherwise, come back next week with Harry for 2 new psychics. And yeah, it is a full moon. It is a full moon in Libra. So remember, emotions are going to be a bit heightened at the moment. So give it a few more days and the energy will sort of settle back down. But until then, enjoy your night. Have a great weekend, and I will see you very soon.